everyone, and welcome to the Perseverance Mindset Podcast. I am your host, as you know me, John Zadzura. We're coming to you once again, from our famous Dialogue Den here in our studio. Boom, boom, boom. And this is the show where we explore health, wellness, business, finance, tech, you name it, and the incredible human spirit that empowers all of these. Now, today's episode is deeply personal and profoundly important. We're talking about cancer, a disease that touches every family, including mine personally. My father is a cancer survivor, and some of my closest friends are currently fighting their battles. And in their stories, like so many others, I've found meaning beyond our mission to inform, inspire, and persevere in life. But today we're not just reflecting, we're also celebrating, because there's a new chapter being written in cancer research. That's right. And it's being authored in part by artificial intelligence, AI. AI is changing everything from how we detect cancer, how we treat it, and even how we prevent it. Here's something especially exciting. This innovation is also bringing us closer to more natural healing methods. When you think about cancer, you think about surgery, you think of radiation, you think of chemo, you think of everything that goes into this heartbreaking illness that affects so many. And it's bringing us closer to using more natural healing methods. One day, perhaps even alternatives to invasive surgeries and long drawn out processes. This episode is for everyone who's been touched by cancer or has a loved one who has, and anyone believes in the power of human resilience amplified by technology and the goodness of technology. Let's start with the facts. According to the World Health Organization, cancer is the second leading cause of death worldwide, claiming nearly 10 million lives in 2020 alone. And in the US, 1 out of every 2 men and 1 out of every 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. It's just staggering to think about those statistics. And until recently, we fought this battle with limited tools. Taking a step back, in the early 2000s, cancer treatment was largely dominated by chemotherapy, radiation, invasive surgeries. These treatments were often harsh, affecting not only the cancer cells, but healthy tissue as well, sometimes leaving lasting physical and emotional scars on the people that are very fighting for their life. Then came in the 2000s, a decade that brought genetic mapping, targeted therapy, and the rise of all of these other great ways that we can help fight this illness. Is a turning point where treatment began to work with the body's natural defenses instead of against them. But even with all this progress out there, traditional treatments were still invasive, draining, and slow to adapt. Let's talk about our more recent and more highly intelligent research partner. Now we're in the 2020s, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and artificial intelligence has stepped into the limelight in so many different areas, so many different industries. But let me be clear, AI isn't replacing human intuition, it's enhancing it. Imagine being able to process millions upon millions of patient histories, that codes and lab results in seconds. Groundbreaking, change of the world stuff. That's why we had to bring it to our Perseverance pioneers. And that's what AI does. It finds connections doctors might miss, identifies patterns in rare cancers, and most importantly, it opens the door to more natural, holistic solutions, which is becoming so prevalent today. Everybody wants more better food, better quality of life. And again, even when they're going through hard times with illnesses, life-threatening illnesses, they want more holistic solutions and journeys instead of just surgeries. We're already seeing researchers use AI to match patients with less toxic drug combinations, identify plant-based compounds with cancer-fighting properties, and tailor treatments so precisely that the body's own immune system becomes the front line of defense. Thinking that your body is made naturally to heal itself. And of course, combining that with AI. AI is leading us towards a future where the body just isn't the battlefield, but it's also the cure. It could be the template, the building block for finding a cure for this deadly, heartbreaking disease. And why this matters to me and to all of our Perseverance pioneers out there. Let's bring this closer to home. Cancer is not just a disease. It's a life interrupter. And for me, it was personal. I watched my father back home, endure the treatments, saw the fear, but I also saw hope and I saw healing. Today, he's a survivor. I can carry his strength with me every time I speak into this microphone here at the Perseverance Mindset Podcast. Some of my closest friends are still in this fight. They inspire me daily with their resilience, their vulnerability, and their courage. That's what the Perseverance Mindset Podcast is all about, for engaging with all of our pioneers out there, no matter where you are in the world, where you're watching us from. That's what it's about. And that's why I get so hopeful when I hear researchers saying surgery may be one day be optional, that tumors may be treated non-invasively, even naturally through AI-directed procedures and precision herbal compounds and regenerative strategies that empower the body itself. Now let's look at some real-world examples of these breakthroughs. Some real-world progress is that AI-powered immunotherapy matching at Stanford. AI tools are predicting which patients respond best to immune-based treatments, eliminating the need for unnecessary chemo or surgery. Moving on to that, natural compound discovery. Researchers are using AI to screen thousands and thousands of plant-based molecules to find these cancer cells, fighting against hidden in nature or plain sight. AI is doing all these wonderful things. One of these, diverted from the bark of a Himalayan tree, is now in the early trials. And again, non-invasive detection for this type of treatment. It's groundbreaking. New AI models can identify cancer markers from simple blood tests to exhaled breath samples, a revolutionary move forward toward non-invasive screening. And again, another benefit of AI coming onto the scene in this industry is minimally invasive ultrasound therapies guided by AI focused on ultrasound is being explored to destroy tumors without surgery using heat waves, no incision, and that's not science fiction. It's happening right now as I'm speaking into this microphone. And again, looking more deeper into this and AI's role in the world, and this episode is wellness and into the medical industry, doctors out there, including one of the author of the book called The First Cell, says we must move away from waiting until tumors and the size of golf balls to act. We must learn to identify the first rogue cell. Think of that, the first rogue cell. How explosive and how beneficial is that to people that come across this deadly illness? And AI is how we'll do that. And in another voice, Dr. Eric Topol, one of the world's leading voices in medical innovation, says AI will make medicine more human, not less. Take it to the bank. That's the future we're leaning toward. One where technology allows doctors to treat with precision, compassion, and natural synergy, and not just chemicals, endless surgeries, and more chemo. And of course, we have to address the obstacles. Anything with artificial intelligence, anything happening on the scene right now is going to take time to develop it right, time to test it, and time to know what we're actually dealing with. And AI requires massive data to work well, raising questions about privacy, ethics, bias. We must make sure that these tools are tested across diverse populations and that natural, low toxicity treatments aren't left behind due to lack of patent profitability. And then there's access. We must ensure that AI-driven healing doesn't become a privilege for a few, but a lifeline for many people, not just folks that can afford the cure. This is an illness that affects so many people and needs to be readily available when such a time as this happens and occurs. The future of AI in fighting this horrific disease. Looking ahead, we may soon see an AI-developed plant-based therapy tailored to your unique DNA. This is groundbreaking stuff. Treatments that regenerate damaged tissue after tumors are gone. After they're gone, it helps regenerate the damaged tissue after everything's been happening. You had your natural healing. And complete alternatives to surgery that allow your body to heal itself with minimal intervention. I long to see the day where this is the norm and seeing how many people this can help and save and rescue from all of this invasive surgery and all of this medication and all of this long drawn out processes. This is not only innovation, it's restoration. It's giving people not just more years, but better years in their years. To anyone that's walking through either a cancer diagnosis or holding the hand of someone who is, being that person that's there for all those doubts, those fears, know this: hope is real and help is coming. And thanks to AI, thanks to most of everything that's developing out there with technology, thanks to the groundbreaking accomplishments that are happening daily. The human spirit keeps fighting for something better, and this has been groundbreaking. And I wanted to share this with all of our perseverance pioneers out there, because this is an issue that means so much to me personally that I had to share it with all of you, our perseverance pioneers out there that never give up, that always keep fighting, that try to do better and be better themselves every day of the week. This is the Perseverance Mindset Podcast, live from the Dialogue Den. As always, stay strong, stay courteous, and stay committed to the fight and never give up. Have a great night, everyone.